快速的方式，快乐出。
We're at the Maba Stadium for the second game of our quadruple header right here at the 2023 AsiaBasket Kuala Lumpur. Up next, we've got the BGC Builders taking on the Beda Red Lions Machateam. Good afternoon. My name is Stancy alongside Coach Mark Dandan. We're going back to back, Coach Mark.
Oh, it's a fun day, full of games, Stan. Really looking forward to the competition, especially the level competition here at our international tournament.
It's another Philippines versus Philippines matchup. We've got several Malaysian teams and several Filipino teams competing, but as we get to know them better, let's send it over to our venue announcer, Ken Pangilinan, for the introduction of each roster.
We are here at the Maba Stadium for the 2023 AsiaBasket Kuala Lumpur. Let's meet our respective teams. First, for BGC Builders. Number 2, Number 2, Eric Rodriguez. Number 4, Sandy Sengan. Number 6, J.R. Kawai. Number 8, Gino Humawas. Number 11, Shane Gonzalez. Number 12, Remy Huntley. Number 19, Patrick Pataho. Number 20, Christian Poya. Number 24, Mark Donigo. Number 25, Martin Bozo. And number 34, Tosh Sise. Their head coach is Sherwin Campos. And now let's meet the team off. The Beda Red Lions Machateam. Number 1, Number 2, Chico Cortez. Number 4, Evan Tate. Number 5, Alex Vicente. Number 8, Peter Alfaro. Number 9, Zane Banguena. Number 10, Tami Mutapai. Number 18, James Payosi. Number 19, JB Santiago. Number 21, Eugene Estrada. Number 23, Clifford Hopia. Number 27, Kat Cometa. And number 75, Joel Puno. The head coach of Beda is Yuri Escueta. Our game officials, crew chief Chang Hee-Chuan. Umpire 1 is Sun Chi-He. And umpire 2 is Vincent Chu.
Moments away from tip-off right here, as both teams have been introduced. The BGC Builders are playing in white. Meanwhile, the Beda Red Lions Machateam in their trademark red. Looking forward to hearing from the third member of our broadcast team. Her name is Kimberly Mas, and she's standing with J.R. Kawaling.
Thank you so much, Stan. I'm here with JR. Now, JR, you had the most international basketball experience, being a Gilas player, PBA, as well as an ABL veteran, making you one of the leaders here in the team. So now tell me more about BGC Builders and how you guys can have a deep run here in AsiaBasket.
Actually, kakabuo lang din ng team namin. So kami, ako, si Patrick, and Tosh have experience na sa international. So I hope na madala namin yung team.
Okay, so for BGC Builders, they said that it's a new team, and now they hope they can bring their international experience here to the AsiaBasket. Now, you mentioned Tosh, right? So you have Tosh Sese as well as Remy Huntley as your world imports. Now, tell me more about how they can contribute to BGC Builders.
Actually, si Tosh, malaking bagay yan sa amin kasi may experience na nga siya. He played in ABL, in Valientes. So I hope madala niya kami sa panalo.
All right, so he says that Tosh is a big factor here for BGC Builders and that he hopes that he can translate or actually bring them over to the semis or maybe even the finals. Good luck and have fun today, JR. Back to you, Stan.
Thank you very much, Kim. Translating an interview on the fly, definitely not an easy task, but the third member of our panel, Kimberly Mass, definitely up to the task. Let's see if the BGC Builders will do the same, because they finished 4th in Group A last October here in PhilBasket. 1-3, that was their record last year, Coach Mark, but they're entering with someone like Patrick Cabahug, who's making his PhilBasket return after last year's Summer Championship.
No, Patrick Cabahug is a known quantity, not just in the Philippines, Stan, but all over the Southeast Asia region. He's a known scorer. Everybody knows he can provide points at will if needed. But with BGC, this is a pretty new team. They're not the same roster as the team that played in the last AsiaBasket tournament. As we see our key player for San Beda right now, the son of a legend, Stan, Jacob Cortez.
They call him the cool cub because his father was the cool cat, Mike Cortez.
Yeah, you know, with Jacob Cortez, he's going to have to step up this year for the San Beda Red Lions with the lost James Kwekute, their leading scorer, to the pros. Now, a lot of responsibility will now fall on his young shoulders, and we will see what he's made of here in AsiaBasket.
San Beda Red Lions, a team that is very prestigious in the NCAA. They've won too many championships for us to have fingers to count, but we'll talk about them more in a bit as we look at the lineup for the BGC Builders. They're led by Sherwin Cantos, that's their head coach.
You know, there's a lot of known quantities here in terms of BGC. Players who've been around with a lot of experience. Now with San Beda, a lot of youth. This is a team in transition. As I said, they lost their best player in James Kwekute. So now they're trying to find an identity outside of James Kwekute, and we will see who will step up in his absence.
I mentioned earlier the San Beda Red Lions and how they are 7-time NCAA champions. They've made 14 consecutive trips to the NCAA finals between 2006 and 2019, which shows you the depth of that program, the pedigree they come from. As you just saw Sherwin Cantos, the head coach of the BGC Builders. Let's tell you a bit more about him. Sherwin Cantos has experience coaching in the PBA Developmental League, or the PBA D League. He's held Marinerong Pilipino. So he has a bit of experience in higher levels of play, but in terms of being at this stage of an international competition, it could also be baptism by fire for Sherwin Cantos.
No, it's never a fun task to be going up against a team like San Beda, a very young team compared to BGC. You know they're going to run. You know they're going to press. So BGC and Coach Sherwin, they have to be ready for the youth explosion from San Beda.
San Beda's coming off of a 4th place finish in NCAA season 98. They had a 12-6 record in the elimination round, and their run ended in the semifinals when they lost to the College of St. Benilde Blazers. So in the event that they meet each other here in AsiaBasket, it could be a rematch of that semifinal bracket.
You know, Coach Yuri Escueta, this is going to be his 2nd year on the job. It's not an easy transition for him taking over a very successful college program like San Beda, but you know that this program is in very good hands with him.
Let's look at the starting lineups for both squads. Let's hear it first from our venue announcer, Ken Pangilinan.
At power forward number 20, Christian Bunya. Small forward number 6, J.R. Kawani. At center number 34, Bosch Sisse. Point guard number 25, Martin Gozel. And at shooting guard number 24, Mark Donigo. And now the starting five for the San Beda Red Lions, Machateam. Shooting guard number 2, Jacob Cortez. Point guard number 8, Peter Alfaro. And center number 10, Nami Puntapai. Power forward number 21, Miguel Andrada. And then small forward number 18, James Michaelson.
Looking at the starting five for both squads, for the BGC Builders, you've got Mark Doligon and Martin Gozem in the backcourt. In the front court, J.R. Kawaling and Christian Bunyag and Tosh Sisse, the man in the middle. That's a big front court for BGC. Meanwhile, for San Beda, you've got 3 of the starting 5 who come from basketball families. Jacob Cortez, Peter Alfaro, and Yuken Andrada. And you've also got James Payosing and Dami Kuntapay rounding out the starting 5.
BGC going out with a huge lineup, Stan. with Christian Bunyag, Tosh Sesay, and J.R. Kawaling manning the front line, trying to take advantage of their height against a younger, probably a bit smaller San Beda lineup.
And BGC wins the tip. They're now going to try to score first blood.
To see if BGC will take advantage of C. Kawaling posting up against a smaller Payosing right here.
Turnaround jumper is good for Kawaling.
Easy bucket for J.R. Kawaling shooting over Payosing. Using the glass, something young kids right now don't use a lot of.
And that's probably because of the three-point revolution that's really taken over the game on a global stage, as we just saw right there with that Dami Kuntapay 3.
Yeah, Dami Kuntapay, that's going to be a problem for Tosh Sisay. Dami Kuntapay can step out and hit those threes. He's going to be forced to step out and defend, leaving the paint unguarded.
He's a stretch 5, 6'5", able to step back and knock down that jumper. Sure, he may not be the size of a Brook Lopez, but that's very valuable nonetheless for the Red Lions.
As you can see, the keys to the game for BGC, the scoring cudgels being taken care of by Kawaling and Patrick Cabahog. And we also have the paint protection by Tosh Sisay, which is going to be a challenge if you can see Dami Kuntapay hit more threes.
Right corner 3 is no good for San Beda. Alfaro picks up the offensive rebound and cleans up his own mess.
No, missing out on the blockout right there. You have to block out all shooters. If you're BGC, you can't give up easy points like that.
16 on the shot clock here for the BGC Builders. They seem to want to take their time on this particular possession.
You know, key for BGC right now is how the pace will go. Definitely don't want to run with San Beda. That's going to tire them out. So you see Bunyag with the putback.
Look at the agility from Christian Bunyag. Not really known for that, but displaying that against the younger competition.
BGC throwing out this huge front line. In 3 straight possessions, we've seen post-ups from different people.
Sesay with the board, controlling that before handing it off to Gozum. Martin Gozum stops, pops, can't make it.
Martin Gozum with the miss. Also sporting the mustache, Stan. Nice and wavy.
That's going to go off of Sesay's back. But there's also a foul on the floor.
You see keys to the game for San Beda. Like I said earlier, Stan, who's going to step up in the absence of James Kwekute, and also losing a couple of rotation guys in Justin Sanchez and Tony Inot. Playing with pace, they have to take advantage of their speed and their quickness against an older, much slower BGC Builders team.
At the line is the second-generation guard, Jacob Cortez. His father, Mike Cortez, a star for the De La Salle University Green Archers a good 2 decades ago.
Oh, Stan, you're reminding me of my youth. Also my age.
Those were also the Green Archers that I grew up on, so you and I, our age difference not that far apart. Mike Cortez went on to have a successful careers in the pro ranks in the Philippines as well. As Tosh Sisay swoops in for that quick layup, BGC up by 1.
Tosh Sisay showing the nimbleness, the light feet, and the touch to finish.
And that's a 3-pointer for Kuntapay. That's his second 3-pointer in the game.
And that's going to be a problem for the BGC Builder Bigs. If Kuntapay can consistently hit that, as we see Sisay with a strong drive to the hoop.
Back-to-back layups for Sisay.
Showing the handle there, Stan.
We're getting a back-and-forth matchup to open things up as Coach Yuri Escueta begins to shuffle his lineup here. Not even 3 minutes into the game. Cortez thought he had that step back. No.
Coach Yuri definitely trying to run more, trying to put in fresh legs every minute. You know what they're going to play, how they're going to play like.
Fast break opportunity here for San Beda. Good defense from BGC, holding them out as Peter Alfaro drains it from outside.
Excellent look right there in the forward pass to Alfaro. Knocks down the open 3.
Pete Alfaro, rather, son of a former PBA player.
Again with the post-up, BGC really getting the ball in the paint.
That was a smooth jumper from Doligon.
Oh, he found himself wide open. Somebody forgot to defend him.
Meanwhile, Jacob Cortez, that shot not cool enough. Martin Gozum posting up. Cortez uses the glass.
Now, how many times have we said post up here in the first quarter, Stan?
It looks like this game is a bit of a throwback, especially given the direction this game has gone into over the last decade.
It's a contrast of styles from 90s to 2020s. So youth versus experience.
You could call it a styles clash, if you will. Meanwhile, on the other side, Gozum for three. No. San Beda's running. Cortez almost losing it.
San Beda has to settle down a bit here. Getting a bit sloppy, trying to manufacture the pace that they want.
Alfaro with another long bomb. That time finds nothing.
Well, BGC standing, they've been doing a good job controlling the pace, especially since they've been getting all the rebounds, preventing San Beda from getting quick outlets. And the post-ups have been coming early and often, beating up on the small guards of San Beda.
First batch of substitutions for both squads. San Beda has to step up on its defense. You're seeing it with the full court press, especially because Patrick Abahug has entered the ballgame.
It's no easy task to defend a guy like Patrick Abahug, who can score in any kind of way. He can shoot the three, he can post you up, take you off the dribble. Professional scorer.
Nice defense there from San Beda, deflecting that Sase shot, preventing him from going on a roll.
The height of BGC has really been a problem for San Beda, having a problem containing the post-ups and the second shot opportunities right now.
But that deflection from Alex Visser really did make a difference here because BGC doesn't have much time, and Patrick Abahug says, I don't need that much time to throw up a shot.
We see one of the newer faces here for San Beda. We have Alex Visser, 6'6" from Sacred Heart Ateneo de Cebu.
Meanwhile, Jomel Puno drawing a whistle here.
So I've had the chance, as we see Jomel Puno here posting up against the BGC Builders. Jomel Puno, I've had the chance to play against him. I was coaching my team, the University of Asia and the Pacific. Jomel Puno playing for the Team B of San Beda. Really, he started at center stand, but was running the point.
He's a 6'5" point guard, which is basically gigantic coming from where we are in the Philippines. He was recruited from the University of the Fraser Valley in Abbotsford, British Columbia. That's from Canada.
He's going to be an impact player for San Beda. So you can see if he gains this experience here in AsiaBasket, it's going to be one of the main men for San Beda in the coming NCAA tournament.
San Beda hoping to pick up that streak of finals appearances once again as Tosh Sase gets another bucket inside. That's 6 for him.
Tosh is just too big and too good right now for San Beda bigs. They're going to have to do a better job defending early, pushing him out of the post.
San Beda relying on those pump fakes but can't finish in the paint. Sase now trying to run point. And that was quite the push.
Sase right there trying to do his best Joel Embiid impersonation. Bring up the ball. Probably not the way Coach Sherwin wanted this offense to be set.
I kind of felt bad for Gab Cometa right there. It looks like he got hit by a car and the way he tumbled down the court several feet.
We see now Clifford Hopia, a head taller than Tosh Sase. This guy has to be around 6'9", Stan. Trying to bring in more height to counter the front line of BGC. He's also bringing in another veteran in Gino Humauas.
1 point game here with 4:25 remaining in the first. Hopia setting that screen, going inside, can't finish.
Clifford Hopia has to get stronger, has to get more confident finishing off ball screens like that. Excellent pass by JV Gallego.
13 on the shot clock here for Gozum and the rest of BGC. Gozum slips through to Sase. No.
Gozum has had some PBA experience, Stan. He signed a short-term contract, but still valuable experience from the PBA.
30-year-old from Guagua, Pampanga. Meanwhile, Gallego, nice mid-range jumper.
JV Gallego is a prized transfer from the National University Bulldogs, going back to his high school alma mater, the San Beda Red Lions.
He's actually in his last playing year for San Beda because he missed last season due to a knee injury. So it's good to see him back on the floor as Hopia tries for three. Visser rather. Doesn't connect.
Now we see these San Beda bigs really shooting those open threes. Looks like Coach Yuri has given them the green light to shoot anytime they're open.
And at this point, it's a feeling out process between both teams. San Beda and BGC, they don't play in the same leagues. BGC is a collection of pros, right, for pocket tournaments like this one. Meanwhile, San Beda regularly plays in the NCAA as Tosh Sasay gets himself closer and closer to double digits.
And it's San Beda seeing something that they haven't seen in a while. A world import. You know, the NCAA has taken out foreign student athletes in their tournament. So right now they're seeing a world import the first time in a few years.
Gab Cometa drilling that three, and San Beda has been known for these imports that have bolstered their lineup and led them to championship success. As Tosh Sasay drills another one, he's got 10. The likes of Sam Ekwe and Donald Tangkua leading San Beda to those routine appearances in the NCAA finals.
You know, Tosh Sasay really showing us what he can do, putting the ball on the floor, in and out crossover, putting his defender on skates.
Patrick Abahug drawing that double team, well deserved. Humawas though, from the outside, no.
Kabahug getting caught right there on pushing off for that rebound. San Beda really has to do a better job blocking out, holding their ground. So you can see in that replay, Cometa doing a great job of that. But they're going to need more of that, especially for the guys who are guarding the BGC Builders front line. They've been crashing the boards pretty hard, especially Bunyag and Sisay. And they've been converting too.
Cometa running the point here for San Beda. Good ball screens and movement off the ball here for the Red Lions as Cometa hits from the outside once again.
Excellent movement right there from San Beda, running some decoy ball screens, confusing the BGC bigs where the ball screen's coming from.
Meanwhile, floater there for the BGC Builders, really keeping this one close.
Simple ball screen action right there from BGC. From Sandy Senyal with a floater.
12 on the shot clock here for San Beda. Nice handoff from Hopia. He's down low, and Hopia going to the free throw line.
You know, with Clifford Hopia, 6'8", 6'9", pretty mobile stand, but question marks around him. He transferred actually from Far Eastern University Tamaraos in the UAAP. Not getting much playing time over there, but here in San Beda, he's going to be tasked to man the front line for the Red Lions. And we see what his development is going to be like under Coach Yuri Escueta.
Clifford Hopia is a project for Coach Yuri, as you just alluded to. He played 15 games for San Beda in season 98. Didn't really have those heavy stats either. But what's impressive is, despite the limited amount of playing time, he averaged almost a block per game.
That's one thing Clifford Hopia has been known for since his young days in FEU. So elite rim protector. Even though he's not getting that much minutes, he's always been there to defend the rim, defend the ball screens.
No good on the free throws. Not really part of his strong suit. Only averaged 31% from the charity stripe in season 98 of the NCAA.
If he wants more playing time from Coach Yuri, he's going to have to prove to be a threat on the offensive end too.
And that's going to be another foul against the San Beda Red Lions.
The referees calling handshakes right now, keeping it tight, making sure no offensive players at a disadvantage.
That foul is going to go against Zain Halbuena. Patrick Kabahug not shy, but got rejected there. And that's a turnover. Red Lions are running. Halbuena takes it up off the glass. And he's going to have a three-point play opportunity.
Halbuena standing. He's doing it on both ends. He blocked a Patrick Kabahug three-point attempt. And then running down to finish here on the replay. Excellent control, taking the hit and the harm.
And Coach Sherwin Cantos wants to talk things over. We're taking our first timeout. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this first quarter. 51 seconds remaining right here in the first quarter at the Maba Stadium. It's the first meeting between the BGC Builders and the San Beda Red Lions. Both teams are making their AsiaBasket debuts right here. Zain Albuena at the line for San Beda. Can't finish the three-point play opportunity.
You know what's been impressive right now for BGC is their ability to keep in pace with San Beda, despite the faster pace they're playing.
San Beda doing a good job on defense, just maintaining that single shot for BGC. 15-second shot differential between shot clock and game clock. Hopia inside, good.
That's what you want to see out of a guy like Clifford Hopia, maximizing his height, finishing with a nice touch around the rim.
Down to the last 10 seconds right here in the first. And there's another whistle.
Again, another hand check foul on San Beda. They're getting pretty handsy on their defense. Something Coach Yuri obviously doesn't like.
That's going to be on Gab Cometa. Meanwhile, Kabahug. Nice pump fake. That's veteran experience put to use.
It's Patrick Kabahug special right there with the pump fake, taking the young guy to school.
And after that Kabahug bucket, the BGC Builders cut the deficit to 3. San Beda's up 27-24 at the end of the first. We'll be right back with more of the 2023 AsiaBasket Kuala Lumpur. Welcome back to our coverage of the 2023 AsiaBasket Kuala Lumpur. As we get set for the second quarter of action, let's welcome back the third member of our broadcast team, Kimberly Mas.
Thank you, Stan. It's actually quite a tight first quarter, and San Beda's head coach Yuri says to protect their main shooter and ask their players to quickly defend their court and not to just jog, because they know they can keep up with BGC Builders. And on the other hand, BGC Builders knows that Tosh Sese is making the shots for BGC Builders in the first quarter, so they want to ensure that he's covered.
Quick adjustments, that's exactly what both teams need. Thanks for that, Kim.
I want to build on what Kim just said right there. When Tosh Sese was out back on the bench, that's when San Beda made their mini run to take the lead. Now that he's back in the first quarter, he had 10 points and 5 rebounds first quarter alone. So he's been an impact guy whenever he's on the floor.
Easily a game high. That's what Tosh Sese has. But the problem for the rest of BGC is their shots as a team haven't been falling just yet. So San Beda has their number on that end as Doligon misses his first free throw.
Now San Beda has taken advantage of a deeper roster. They have 14 bench points at the start to only 4 by BGC to counter the explosion by Tosh Sisay. We still haven't seen Patrick Cabahog really make his mark on this game with only 2 points.
Doligon goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the charity stripe.
BGC dropping down to a zone, trying to counter the penetrations of San Beda.
Visser trying to slip inside, but Gallego right wing 3, no.
No, Gallego Stan, he's going to be counted on to provide scoring off the bench. And that's one thing he's been really good at throughout his career. When he was with the National University Bulldogs, he was consistently a double-figure scorer coming off their bench. So that's something they want him to replicate here at San Beda.
2-point game, 14 on the shot clock here for San Beda. Albuena curling off the screen, but so is Tagle.
Some confusion right here if BGC was still in a zone or in a man. Fortunately, they had Tosh Sisay protecting the paint.
Visser thought he had to say his number right there.
Yeah, I mean, Tosh was pretty patient on that defensive stand right there, just throwing up his hands.
And Hopia just bothering Doligon on the other end. You have to give him credit on that defensive scheme.
We've got some tall and long guys on the floor, Stan. Height is not a problem here today.
Coach Yuri bringing Jacob Cortez back into the game here. Gallego getting some much-deserved rest.
Doligon wide open from the inbound shot. Gets the Maba roll, as Ben Ibrahim would say.
We're tied up at 27 here. 8:47 remaining at the half.
Again, BGC in that zone, forcing San Beda to a very uncomfortable looking 3-point shot by Tagle.
That's another rebound for Sisay. It's his 8th.
If Sisay was in a fantasy league, I'd be drafting him right now.
Tosh Sisay trying to take it up all the way himself. Instead earns a couple of shots from the free throw line.
He's looking like LeBron out there, comfortable putting the ball on the floor, going down to the post. He's been a problem that San Beda so far hasn't been able to solve.
Yuken Andrada coming back in. Tagle taking a seat. Visser also taking a seat. So at the line, you've got Tosh Sisay, 6'9", 25 years old. Played for the University of Cebu, which is in the central part of the Philippines, in the group of islands called the Visayas. But his hometown is Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone, where another standout foreign student athlete, Charles Mami, came from, Stan.
A lot of diamonds in the rough being found over in Sierra Leone.
No, I was watching Tosh Sisay back when he was playing in the CN Basketball League. He never showed any of these kind of on-court skills right there when he was playing for the Zamboanga Valientes.
And as that ball goes out of bounds, these foreign student athletes who enter the Philippine collegiate basketball system, chances are they don't really go back to their home countries after their collegiate stints. They basically stay, if not in the Philippines, then within the region. Tosh Sisay being a very good example of that, having found himself a niche in the Southeast Asian region.
That's what basketball can do for you, Stan. When given opportunity, really can change your life and bring you to places you never thought you'd be living in. For a guy like Tosh Sisay from Sierra Leone, playing in the Philippines to playing here in Malaysia, probably something he never thought about growing up.
Even back home, other players have found themselves getting naturalized, playing for the national team. Ange Kwame of the Ivory Coast comes to mind.
Yes, we've also had some local Filipino players are now serving as imports in other countries as well.
Patrick Cabahog being a very good example of that. Although he was never able to make it to the PBA, which is the top professional league in the Philippines, the fact that he's basically a gun for hire in the Southeast Asian region also says a lot about how far his career has taken him as Doligon made that jumper for BGC.
Doligon showing another problem right now for San Beda, taking advantage of the mismatch down in the post.
Strong rebound from Gozun, takes it up himself. And he's going to get caught with a double dribble.
No. Martin Gozum right there turning the ball over. And again, I cannot get over the mustache that Martin Gozum right now is sporting. I don't know what it is, but he's never sported a mustache like that before.
You just saw a moment ago some Filipino fans in blue cheering on our kababayans, our countrymen, as Pete Alfaro drills that three.
Pete Alfaro, only one shooting consistently from the outside for San Beda. Right now, Coach Shuri is going to have to get more out of his perimeter guys to counter the height and heft of BGC.
And San Beda just picking up the pace on defense, trying to trap BGC's ball handlers here.
But J.R. Kawaling showing the poise, never in a rush. Nice and cool, and we see Filipino fans cheering on both teams.
Yes, because this is a Filipino versus Filipino matchup. Nice recovery from Sesay, couldn't finish.
Duligon going 1-on-4, forcing up a shot right there. Just a sorry miss from Sesay when he got that offensive rebound.
We have another break in the action here. Blocking foul. That was called on J.R. Kawaling.
Kawaling giving up the duty foul, preventing the fast break for San Beda. But Stan, from the way we're seeing this game here in the first half, BGC actually keeping up in step with the younger San Beda team, and that is something that's probably surprising the Red Lions right now.
What does that tell you, though, when a team of vets who don't necessarily have that longevity of like a college program like San Beda can go toe-to-toe with said college program?
No, though that's just experience right there, Stan. That's decades and decades of experience together by these five guys on the floor.
6:19 remaining in the half, or should I say 6:19, as BGC tries to extend this narrow lead. They've got Kawaling going to the charity stripe now.
Again, the experience showing for J.R. Kawaling. He's been there, he's done that. You know, it's not his first go-around in an international tournament. As our partner, Kimberly Ma, said, he was part of the first iteration of the Gilas Pilipinas program with Coach Raiko Toroman when he was fresh out of FEU. So this is not it's just another day in the park for J.R. Kawaling. And as I say that, he shoots an air ball.
I think J.R. Kawaling has you to thank for jinxing him on that one. But going back to you mentioning that Gilas Pilipinas squad from the mid-2000s, that was back when our basketball federation back home, the SBP or Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas, attempted to have a separate program that was entirely different from the professional leagues. One that would be playing for the national team full-time.
And it's something we've strayed out of the youth program. You see the Beda guys hitting the three finally for Jacob Cortez. And one.
That's going to be a 4-point play opportunity for the cool Cub, Jacob Cortez.
BGC's been staying in the zone for the majority of this quarter, Stan. Right now, San Beda has kind of solved that zone problem. They've hit consecutive three-pointers in consecutive possessions right now.
Jacob Cortez unable to draw iron on that free throw. He's shooting 37.5% from distance coming off of NCAA season 98. So a respectable long-range shooter for Coach Yuri Escueta's squad.
You know, it's not easy, Stan, to shoot threes off the dribble. Something that reminds me of his dad so much. He was pretty good at shooting that kind of shot, especially on a step-back three. That's money for his dad, the cool cat, Mike Cortez.
Coach Mark, you're a second-generation basketball personality yourself, so let me ask you how natural it is to pick up these tendencies organically or via osmosis from your old man.
You know, your old man doesn't have to teach you. As a kid, when you're watching your dad play in all those games, it's something that really imprints on you as a young player. And I'm sure Jacob Cortez practiced that in the backyard a lot of times, even before his dad started teaching him that.
Meanwhile, on that previous possession, Yuken Andrada hit that jumper for San Beda. He's a younger brother of another pro in the Philippines, Yutien Andrada.
Yutien enjoyed a nice career in the PBA after finishing from the De La Salle University program. He was a known defender, known rim protector, and a great overall role player. But if there's one thing that Yukin can do better than his older brother, that is shoot. Yukin can hit the three-point shot better than Yutian did.
Goes to show that just because you share a last name doesn't mean your skills are entirely copied from one another.
Most definitely. Like me, I shoot better than my dad, Stan, 100 times %.
I hope that Coach Ricky isn't hearing this.
I think he's
hearing you
watching.
talking a bit of smack right now.
I think he's watching.
Pete Alfaro from distance. Can't connect.
The pace favoring San Beda right now. It's going up and down. See Doligon again with the finish. He's showing the young kids how it's done.
11 now from Mark Doligon. He and Sasay both have 11 each, and that's a steal. Moraga is running. Taking it one-on-one against Jacob Cortez. No.
Now BGC, I don't know if how sustainable this pace is for them right now. They can keep it up for 4 quarters.
Good defense on the other end from Jacob Cortez, compensating for that missed bunny earlier.
Now we see Doligon and Kawaling and Senyal kind of walking down on offense, huffing and puffing.
Another break in the action. Fourth team foul here for the San Beda Red Lions.
See Patrick Cabahog coming back in the game. We'll see if he can get himself going because BGC is going to need scoring outside of Sisay and Doligon. We're kind of gassing out. So you see them subbed out.
And bringing Cabahog in, this is somebody who knows how to get to the line. And with San Beda being very close to being in the penalty, then this could very well play to their favor.
And that's pretty dangerous if you're San Beda to have Patrick Cabahog getting easy looks at the line that can easily light the fire under him.
JR Kawaling taking it slow as he brings it up. Relatively bigger lineup here with Kawaling, Senyal, Sasay, Cabahog, and Gozum.
Coach Sherwin has been consistent with this kind of lineup, looking for those mismatches inside the post.
13 now for Tosh Sasay as Andrada tries from 3.
No, that's one thing going for San Beda is that they're able to stretch out the BGC builders, especially bringing out Sisay, opening up the rim for penetrations.
Cabahog drawing a lot of attention on defense here from San Beda as Gozum takes advantage of the Senyal pick.
No, they've been inverting their offense, having Cabahog post up as you see the beautiful sidestep from JR Kawaling.
But he just could not punctuate it. Meanwhile, Cortez is wide open, drills it.
San Beda getting comfortable with their outside shooting, forcing BGC to call a timeout.
And Coach Sherwin Cantos will talk things through. We'll be right back with the final 2:59 of this half. Welcome back to our coverage of the 2023 AsiaBasket Kuala Lumpur. This matchup between the BGC Builders and the San Beda Red Lions is beginning to pick up steam, Coach Mark.
Yeah, both teams have found their rhythm, especially San Beda from the outside. You've seen Jacob Cortez hit a couple threes. Pete Alfaro also hit a couple of threes. And aside from that, Dami Contapay, who's their starting center, also has hit 2 3-point shots.
Couple of lineup changes here from both sides as Sasay almost loses control of the rock. 10 seconds left for the BGC Builders. Here's Gozum in the paint. That lefty floater, no good. And the outstretched arms of the San Beda Red Lions defense forcing Christian Bunyag to make a mistake.
Now Christian Bunyag showing the experience, getting that rebound over 3 Red Lions. But the thing is with the Red Lions, Stan, it's doesn't matter how tall you are, as we can see with Clifford Hopia. You don't block out first, you probably won't get that rebound. Rebounding is way different than blocking out.
Christian Bunyag at the line, only 26 years old. He's a legitimate 6'7". And for Filipinos to be that tall naturally, they're rather hard to find.
Used to be hard to find, but now, Stan, we're starting to see Filipinos who are 6'6", 6'7", even taller. People like Kai Soto and Carl Tamayo, who've seen success internationally as well.
Bunyag ties it up at 38 with 2:33 remaining here at the half.
Again, BGC still using that zone. Excellent pass right there. Sorry miss from Visser.
Yeah, Visser tried to glide in. Admirable effort there.
Showing that good athleticism, but the soft touch isn't just there.
Meanwhile, Tosh Sisay from the outside. That's not good if you're San Beda. You're in the penalty. And the BGC builders will keep going to the free throw line from here on end.
We've heard the San Beda coaches yelling, draw the charge, draw the charge. But if you're seeing a guy like Tosh Sisay running down the floor, I mean, I'd had second thoughts too.
If I had Tosh Sisay running at full speed towards me, I would probably run the heck in the other direction.
It's not an easy task to do, Stan, drawing the charge from a 6'9" guy running full speed at you.
And there's a look at the Filipino faithful who have come here in support of our kababayans, our countrymen, taking the stage here at the AsiaBasket Kuala Lumpur. Sisay couldn't get the rebound. San Beda extending this possession. Jacob Cortez, another one from long range. No, Hopia, nice pass to Puno.
Hopia really holding his own against Sisay. Just unfortunate that they're missing those second chance opportunities.
Meanwhile, Sisay keeping the ball low. Look at his dribble. And that's gonna count. That's gonna count for the big man.
That's tough right there. Tough take for Tosh Sisay, finishing in traffic.
1 minute 40 remaining here at the half, and Tosh Sisay just being a force in the paint. He's got 16, looking to add point number 17 here.
Tosh has been the unsolvable problem this first half for Coach Yuri and San Beda. He's been killing them from all ends, off the dribble, in the post, offensive rebounds. Right now, dominating this game for BGC.
He's actually got a double-double already, 17 points and 12 rebounds. And back when he played in the University of Cebu for CESAFI, that's the name of the league, the Cebu Schools Athletics Foundations Incorporated, he was a well-known double-double machine as Hopia lays it in.
You know, with Hopia being as mobile as he is, he's not just able to keep up with Tosh, especially when he's bringing down the ball.
Last 1:12 of the half. What can you make of San Beda trying to defend all 94 feet now, Coach Mark?
Trying to get the ball out of this guy's hands. Successful at that.
2-on-1 fast break opportunity for San Beda. And Pete Alfaro, he's in double digits as well. Meanwhile, Sisay, nice handoff to Bunyag.
Tosh doing everything right now for BGC. Scoring, he's rebounding, and he's also showing that he can make plays for his teammates.
That's going to be a foul against Gonzalez. Third foul already for him. Not good for Coach Sherwin Cantos to have a player with 3 fouls already. Again, you need 5 fouls to foul out, so not a good sign for him in his playing time.
Trying to put quality in his minutes, but there's no quality in 3 fouls in 1 quarter, Stan.
Look at the soft touch from Hopia.
I like the improvement I've seen from Clifford Hopia. I've seen him play for FEU before. He hasn't had that kind of skill yet.
Patrick Abajo gets his own offensive rebound. Fade away, yes!
Patrick Cabahog and the fadeaway. That's like saying the same two things at the same time.
Final 11 seconds here at the half. San Beda with the final possession. Jacob Cortez asking for it, squaring up against Cabahog, and now Sese Cortez to the rack.
Reminiscent of his dad with that attack, the in-out cross and the lefty finish.
And as we enter halftime, we're knotted up at 46. We'll be right back in a bit with more from the 2023 AsiaBasket Kuala Lumpur. Stay with us.
Well, with the Bangkok Tigers from the ASEAN Basketball League, he was instrumental with that team. A team that struggled a lot, but as an import, good rebound by Dasum. He's so good at winning those defensive boards. Jia Jun hasn't played for a while. I call him the air condition man because he used to work for an air condition company. Up top with the pop and the drop right there.
Excellent kick.
And Junker Street for all people who love Malacca. A lot of Singapore citizens love to come to Malacca for a holiday, but this ain't no holiday. Good ball, intercept pass right there. Well, intercept off the pass right there. Spin and drops it in right there. They needed much better interior defense right there.
You know, obviously the third floor team is at a disadvantage without their world import. Making up for it, obviously, with their perimeter defense.
Great steal there by Dexter. Behind the back pass to a very open screen. Not the nicest stroke in the world. Here comes Dexter. He's on fire at the moment with a bulk of possession. Look at that on the drive. Playing with great confidence off the screen. tries to float it, banks it in. The bank is open on a Sunday night in Malaysia.
Is it? So he's had a lot of experience there. He's made it to the finals. Let's see if it translates here.
Beda drives the lane, easy layout with a left-handed finish. Really trying to get in legal guarding, defensive guarding position. Lee Jia-jun a bit quiet for his liking. Usually in Malaysian games he's on fire, but the standard is higher today. From the wing, stings it from the outside, off the glass. Lee.
I have been.
Oh yes, we Malaysians love to work. Dexter penetrates up. Oh, that's poor defense. I mean, good move by Dexter, but and that air ball. The air condition took that one. Here comes Dexter on the drive with the pass. Attacks the cup, no. And Dexter saying to his guys, come on, man, box out. Really see him playing in Malaysia and other parts of the ASEAN or Asia for a good long time to come. At the moment, the third floor boys up by, well, I was about to say 5, but now they're now only up by misses that by country mile. Jason Lee, the banking student, gives it away. Dexter says, thank you very much. I will drive, and I will lay it in right there. That's a gimme for Jason Lee.
Of these Malaysian guards.
Well, that's a good high press right there by the third floor boys. Off the fake, goes for the 3. Bang! Great shot right there by the one and Jia-jun. Off the fake, wide open for the triple. Misses that. That's the rebound, and well recovered right there by Jason Lee, and that basket because he turned it over earlier that led to a basket by Dexter.
Yes, sir. That it's good hustle. Kept his head in there. Fortunately, the bounce came his way.
Great shot right there by Genmar, but again, yeah, absolutely. You want to see him get in there and penetrate. There's a steal right there. Bounce pass, flies to the cup, and finishes with a finger roll at the tin right.
Yes, and if you're Coach Guga Batumala, you want to see better perimeter defense from your guards because these Filipino players are getting in the paint at will, as we can see.
Oh, that's too easy. He just glided to the cup. Digits right now. He's got, well, not double digits yet, but at the moment he's on 5 points. Can score easily another few more points. Out, swing, wide open again. Bang! 3-point shot. Jason Lee.
Advantage of the weak defense of MBC, and on the other side I've also heard that they should be working on the weak defense of the team. So let's see how these constructive directions from the coaches will play out in the next quarter. That is it. Back to you.
Couldn't quite get there from the top of the key. Dexter, good pass, up, rebound, goes for it. Second chance. Look at that hustle there.
Hard on the glass, exploiting the absence of the world import Beda inside the paint.
Absolutely. Dasum on the drive. Flies to the cup. Woodipong Dasum splits that defense. That drive and that hustle. But here comes the third floor boys. Turnover. Here they come. Take it to the rack and score. A great 4-0 run right here by M. In the lane. Oh, turnover again. Here they come. One-on-one situation to the tin. Miss. Dasum cleans it up and gets the easy 2. Again. Dasum to double team, but he recovered. Jason. Oh, stolen right there. Good steal by Mr. Anderson. Anderson! Yes! Gerald Anderson. Well, I called him Mr. Anderson, but that was a really good move right there. Who said hands-on ownership don't get you baskets and scores and wins? T-Shake to the cup. Oh, what an athletic move. Main in the right there.
A good strong move by T-Shake, showing what they need. More interior scoring for MBC. And as I say that,
and he shakes it from the outside. T-Shake. Mark, they just completely shut down. You know, they're trailing by now 12 points. And they're really, Han Seong couldn't get the rebound. He's usually quite a good rebounder. Pass to half court right here. From the outside. Bang! What a shot! Gerald Anderson showing that prodigal talent, number 10. He hasn't scored as yet. He hasn't quite hit his rhythm. He's one of the stars for Coach Ikilip. Oh, great footwork with a Euro step and finishes right there. Really attack this team in transition because, no disrespect, the third floor boys are not as fit as what they would like. And three-point shots like that go down to lead that evolution of Malaysian basketball. And they look at Philippines as a role model. So here they come. Oh, with the jump hook.
Oh, nice.
Oh, boys, not giving up without a fight.
Yeah, MBC's defense really has stepped up.
With the follow and puts it in right there. But as it steps, boys, Mark.
Third floor guys have been very scrappy. They're the smaller team, but they're trying to take advantage of their speed and their toughness. But as I say that,
isn't it? It's a great name for commentary. There's certain names that are made for commentary. Hook shot, it's good.
That's a second hook shot.
It's right here by MBC. Oh, that's intercept. Here they come in transition in the lane, up and in. And he gets his first, goes with a bounce pass, wing, tries to sting it from the outside. Couldn't. Beda cleans it up right there. He must have heard you, Mark.
No, yeah. Pull away. They want to see Beda dominate the inside.
This is much better defense by MBC. Bang! Great shot right there by Anderson. That's his second dream big. Beda dreams big, rebounds, and gets the putback.
No, I like seeing William being strong to the hold. Something we haven't seen from him in the first half.
Shoots for the two, yes! And Gerald Anderson. Carbs PH Cooley team. Beda takes flight and one! Bucket in the bang. Now
that's what you want to see from a professional like William Beda. Trying to raise the level of his teammates. Not just be here to...
Welcome back to our coverage of the 2023 AsiaBasket Kuala Lumpur at the half. It's tied at 46 between the BGC Builders and the San Beda Red Lions Machateam.
Yeah, we can see the halftime statistics, Stan. It's been pretty even, as you can see in the score. But the reason why, despite the advantage of BGC from the field goal percentage-wise, 51%, BGC hasn't had a made three-point shot yet, Stan. 0%. Obviously, San Beda shooting 36% from the three-point line, 8 out of 22. That's how they've been countering the inside attack for BGC. BGC dropped into that zone pretty early, and San Beda made them pay with their outside shooting.
Let's take a look at some of the leading scorers from both ends. From the BGC Builders, you've got Tosh Sesay with 17, Mark Doligon with 11, and Christian Bunyag with 6. Meanwhile, for San Beda, both Pete Alfaro and Jacob Cortez have 10, and Dami Kuntapay has 6. Those two big threes from the big man.
Yeah, and as you said, as you alluded earlier, Stan, it's definitely a styles clash here today. We see two perimeter players in Jacob Cortez and Pete Alfaro scoring for San Beda. Meantime, we see the front line of BGC really taking the responsibility of leading their team with Tosh Sesay with 17 and 12, which is probably a good game for anyone else, but this is Tosh Sesay at the half.
That's right. Sesay at the half already with a double-double. And if Shaq Alanes wanted to make a strong impression in his AsiaBasket debut, then Tosh Sesay for the BGC Builders probably wanted to take it up a notch here.
Yeah, and he's been showing multiple facets of his game. He's been able to put the ball down on the floor, take the big men of San Beda off the dribble. Again, we saw him play make for a while, dropping down to Christian Bunyag for an open shot. He's also taking guys on the post, getting offensive rebounds, and he's been, as I said, the unsolvable problem for Coach Yuri and the San Beda Red Lions.
Speaking of Coach Yuri Escueta and the San Beda Red Lions, we've got an update from their locker room. Let's bring in our colleague Kimberly Mas, who's got Coach Yuri's insights on how they can claw their way back into this one.
Thank you, Stan. You can see the anxiousness in the huddles of San Beda. And actually, head coach Yuri as well as assistant coach told me that all they need to do for the second half is actually to play better 1v1 defense and avoid fouling.
All right, thank you very much, Kim. It looks like they've got their game plan here in order to contain the BGC builders and that formidable size advantage.
It's easier said than done playing good one-on-one defense when you have a 6'9" guy like Tosh Sisei putting the ball on the floor and heading at you at full speed.
That's right. He doesn't just have the skill, but of course the size factor. You can't teach that, as they say. Coach Yuri Escueta and assistant coach Andre Santos do have a lot of work on their hands as we are seconds away from picking things up again here in the second half.
We can see the BGC builders still going out with the huge front line. This time they have the veteran Eric Rodriguez manning the 4 spot alongside JR Kawaling, Martin Gozum, Mark Doligon, and the man of the match so far, Tosh Sisei.
Very interesting for Coach Sherwin Cantos to bust out Eric Rodriguez here as we start things in the second half. He's 42 years old, 2-time NCAA champion, but of course his collegiate days are so far away from now as Gozum gets the second chance opportunity to go.
But if they can get good 3 to 5 minutes out of Eric Rodriguez right here, that's going to be a huge positive for Coach Sherwin and the rest of BGC.
Eric Rodriguez spent 14 years in the top pro ranks here in the Southeast Asia region as well as in the Philippines. Also a star in the NCAA, the same collegiate league that San Beda plays in, as Gab Cometa hits another 3-pointer.
You can see Coach Yuri making that adjustment, bringing in Jomel Puno to play the 3 spot to counter the height of BGC. You also see Alex Visser and Dami Contapay together.
Meanwhile, JR Kawaling tries his luck from the outside and can't find it. San Beda's pushing it. Cometa all alone. Tried to deliver it to Visser but threw it away. And that's going to go back to BGC.
If you're Gab Cometa, you just hit an open 3-point shot. Why not go to the well again, Stan?
It must be a confidence issue. Must have gotten spooked by how near the defender was. Sisei trying to take it to the rack all by himself.
Again, you can't give a guy like Tosh Sisei any kind of momentum going downhill because that's just a truck going down on you.
So much room as Puno gives it back to Gallego. Cometa at the elbow loses it to Sisei.
Unforced turnover right there for San Beda, giving back the possession to BGC.
And that's got to be frustrating if you're the San Beda coaching staff. As Mark Doligon, nice spin move, but gets that foul in his favor. It's going to go on Gallego.
The pace right now, the pace of the game favoring BGC. They've kind of slowed it down a bit. Very deliberate, getting the ball at the right spots to the right guys like Doligon and Sisei. Manufacturing fouls.
It's Kawaling on the outside. He's got his 4 targets. Sisei, Doligon, Gozum, and Rodriguez. And that's a 3-pointer for Doligon. He's got 14.
Mark Doligon showing how scoring can be pretty easy. He doesn't look like he's broken a sweat in this game, Stan.
Gab Cometa tries again. This time comes up short. Gallego wide open. Boom.
That's one guy you can't leave open for BGC, and it's also one guy you can't afford to get going because anything JV Gallego can really score the ball.
Very interesting to see Tosh Sisei keep bringing up the ball for BGC as Contapay picks it up.
And Coach Sherwin is pretty confident in inverting his offense, meaning having his big guys bring down the ball and the smaller wing guys, well, smaller in the sense that they're all smaller than Tosh Sisei, having his guards post up the smaller San Beda perimeter.
19 on the shot clock for San Beda. That foul's going to go against JR Kawaling.
Again in the zone for BGC. They've opted to really play this out.
Visser cleans up Contapay's miss. Gallego on the outside. That's going to be for 3. Yes! San Beda beginning to feel it.
Yeah, JV Gallego, a dead shot. And this is going to be big if he can get his scoring going.
Meanwhile, Mark Doligon through the defense Kawaling now gets another foul. San Beda picking up these quick fouls, and we're not even halfway through the quarter yet.
It's been poor closeout technique on the part of San Beda. They've been letting the ball go in the middle, biting on those shot fakes of the veterans of BGC.
14 on the shot clock here for the BGC Builders. Still no substitutions for the white shirts. Gozum, I thought he was going to lose that one. Nice pass to Sisay.
That's a familiarity between J.R. Kawaling and Tosh Sisay. Played together in numerous leagues already.
Gallego way off, but Puno swoops in.
Puno showing the athleticism and the energy that's been lacking for San Beda in the second half.
Narrow lead here for the San Beda Red Lions as Kawaling steps up at the elbow. No.
Again, we see San Beda trying to push the pace, outrun the slower BGC Builders team.
Cometa for three. Took his time right there. Set shot, calmly drained it. San Beda's up by 5. We've got a timeout. We'll be right back. Six minutes and 16 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The San Beda Red Lions have found the touch from the outside, and they've got a 5-point advantage against the BGC Builders.
The BGC trying to get the ball in the post again to Patrick Kabahug, but San Beda reading that attack.
San Beda's running. Visser got the advantage. Kissed it off the bank.
Taking advantage again of their speed and their quickness, getting down for Alex Visser, outrunning the BGC Bigs.
Nice pass inside. Bunyag off the glass.
Again, San Beda a bit too slow celebrating that shot. Coach Yuri definitely not happy about that.
That's 8 points for Christian Bunyag as Cometa zips it over. Back to Cometa for 3. Can't make it, but Visser with the offensive rebound.
Visser has really been working hard down in the paint, going up against Tosh Sisay.
Cometa again from distance. Yes!
That's Cometa's third 3 this quarter. Stan, gonna need more of that, especially with BGC really pounding the ball inside.
Kabahug drawing the double team. Finds the open man. That's Gozum for 3. No.
Good help defense right there on the post by San Beda, forcing the BGC shooters to miss a shot.
Bunyag picks it up for BGC. Doligon outnumbered though. Mid-range jumper is good.
So Mark Doligon taking what you could say was a bad shot for everybody else, but not for him.
Sometimes you just need a stroke of luck to justify your decisions on the court. Then again, I'm not a coach, so I can't validate how true that is. 6 seconds on the shot clock here for San Beda. Nice bounce pass. Gab Cometa continues to put on the points, and he's putting on the show. He's got 17 to lead the Red Lions.
Excellent weak side cut by Gab Cometa. Even better pass by Dami Kuntapay. Eyes at the back of his head.
9 on the shot clock for the BGC Builders. Gozum passes out to Doligon for 3. Way off.
San Beda's been getting multiple stops here. Let's see if they can convert to stretch out this lead.
Extra pass for San Beda. That time couldn't connect. Puno takes it away and drills it.
Puno has really made a difference here. His ability to play the perimeter has really made the San Beda lineup bigger, being able to counter the big BGC lineup.
And the way Puno took the ball away from Doligo and he pulled a Megan Trainor impression, he made him look.
Jomel Puno justifying why he was recruited to a prized college team like San Beda, showing the wares.
A bunch of substitutions for both sides now. 3:28 remaining here in the third quarter. The action just picked up right as halftime ended.
San Beda getting the pace that they want, outrunning BGC, not making sure they're helping in the post even better now.
Doligon gets stripped there by Jacob Cortez, and San Beda's got the numbers advantage. Nice pass to Yuki, and Andrada could not convert.
Again, wasting another possession right there. They had played good defense in the post.
Doligon drops it to Bunyag. Sese did it all on his own.
Cautious say, not having the impact he's had in the first half. Maybe because of that bigger San Beda lineup.
And you have to give credit to San Beda's bigs, the way that they poked the ball in the direction that they needed to go. You won't necessarily grab the rebound at once, but they're poking it towards one another.
Yeah, that's a great, simple adjustment by Coach Yuri and San Beda, but it's proven wise when they get those loose balls and getting to run out on the break.
Patrick Cabahug ran into Clifford Hopia right there.
And foul on number 8.
You like to like the effort of Clifford Hopia and the rest of the San Beda front line, despite the game that Toshise is playing. They're not stopping, they're not putting their head down, they're just keeping on playing.
Moraga to Sese inside. Nice extra pass to Bunyag.
Same making plays for Christian Bunyag, who's up to 10 points now, all on short stabs inside the paint.
That's the third assist for Tosh Sese in this one.
You know, Stan, a guy like Tosh Sese, you want to say good things about him, but the best thing about him right now is his aggressiveness. He's been non-stop. The motor has been there up and down. You know, despite the pace that San Beda is trying to play, trying to tire him out. Obviously, the fitness and the aggressiveness is right there.
Meanwhile, from the outside, Jacob Cortez. That's another one.
San Beda really taking advantage of lackadaisical ball screen defense from BGC.
That's 3 red lines in double digits. Jacob Cortez looking to add to that total. Fancy layup.
Jacob Cortez showing the sauce right there.
And Pete Alfaro's down. Looks like he ran into Moraga. And that's going to be a foul on Marvin Moraga.
Moraga got surprised by the pressure from Pete Alfaro, pushing off right in front of the referee. Not a good look.
Pete Alfaro going to the line here. He's already got 10 points.
You know, the San Beda perimeter of Cortez, Cometa, and Alfaro has caused a lot of trouble on both ends for BGC. Defensively, they've upped the pressure. Offensively, they've been hitting outside shots. And BGC, for some reason, they've been going under ball screens, leaving these guys wide open for 3.
Pete Alfaro, who hails from Zamboanga, taking those shots as a result of an unsportsmanlike foul, which is why you don't see anybody lining up the borders of the paint.
San Beda will get the possession back. Can keep building on this 12-point lead, which is anchored mostly on 3-point shots from Cometa and Cortez.
And you zoom out here, you look at the scoring in the third quarter. San Beda's outscored BGC 28-17 up to this point.
Yeah, that's courtesy of at least 4 3-point shots from San Beda. Just really given BGC problems. They've dropped the zone, they've gone back to man-to-man, but their ball screen defense has been very poor.
On that last possession, Jacob Cortez tried to get a little too cute with his passing, resulting in that turnover.
So would you call him the cute cub?
I'm not sure I'd like to be on the side of his ire. Patrick Cabahug willfully looking for the double team.
Tried to draw a foul right there, but not a smart play by Cabahug. He had open teammates.
Hopia inside. Off the rebound. And that's good.
Now Clifford Hopia, stat padding right there. Getting the offensive rebound. But again, that front line of San Beda is working pretty hard.
I would say that was stat padding. Nice block there though from Halbuena. Unfortunately, Hopia unable to recover it. But you have to credit the Red Lions for their hustle. That's why there's a smile on Coach Yuri Escueta's face right now.
This is the way Coach Yuri envisions his team to play. Up and down, controlling the pace, getting those rebounds, and hitting those outside shooters.
1:05 remaining in the third, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Stripped by Jacob Cortez. 2-on-1 fast break, make that three. Back to Cortez. Extra pass. Andrada tried to finish it. And that's going to be a three in the key. 3-second violation for San Beda.
It's too unselfish for Coach Yuri's liking. 3 guys with 5 passes. Getting called for a rare fast break 3-second call.
Sometimes you just got to finish.
Yeah, that's all there is to it.
11 on the shot clock. Patrick Cabahug has to make a decision once again. Senyal kicks it out to the left side. Huntley back to Senyal for 3. Senyal looked like he rushed that one.
No, he's running out of clock. San Beda with excellent perimeter defense.
Andrada, no good. Shot clock and game clock separated by half a second here. Mid-range jumper from Humawas.
It's another one of those, don't shoot, but okay, you made it. Fine, we're good.
12-point game here as Jacob Cortez tries to stabilize his side. San Beda with the final possession. And before Cortez could kick it out, there's another foul.
The BGC looks like they're kind of gassing out late here in the third quarter. And if we were playing NBA 2K, as we see the replay, it's Senyal just reaching in, giving up the foul with the foul to give.
1.3 seconds remaining. Cortez for 3. No. And at the end of the third, the San Beda Red Lions Machateam are up by 12, 77-65. We'll close things out in the final quarter in a few moments. The fourth quarter about to begin here at the Maba Stadium for the second game of our quadruple header. It's the San Beda Red Lions Machateam up by 12 against the BGC Builders. And if you're watching the San Beda Red Lions for the first time, they're a collegiate team from the Philippines. A program that is rich in history and championship wins. taking on the BGC Builders, an assortment of professionals who played at various levels of the sport, both in the Philippines and here in the Southeast Asian region.
You see BGC again dropping to a zone, but hasn't proved effective because San Beda right now, they're shooting 39% from the three-point line, shooting 14 of 36.
Almost a turnover right there for San Beda. Hopia catches Sisei, but Sisei gets the rebound.
Sorry miss right there from Clifford Hopia. He's going to have to finish shots like that.
Kabahug missing another three. Cortez with the rebound, but Senyal gets called for that foul.
Oh, unnecessary pushing right there on the blockouts. That's a waste of a foul if you ask me, Stan. There's nothing wrong with just bodying up right there. Early fouls will kill any team, especially in the fourth quarter in a close game like this.
Second personal foul for Sandy Senyal. Meanwhile, Hopia down low, really displaying that soft touch, coach.
Yeah, that's what you want to see of the guy like Clifford Hopia. He's 6'9". You need to be able to finish shots like that.
He's the fourth San Beda player in double digits as BGC can't get any assistance from the backboard.
Again, another miss in transition. San Beda getting those open looks from three.
Zainal Buena from the corner, no. And Humawas taking his defender one-on-one. But we get another break in the action. That's gonna go up. That's gonna go against Tagle.
And referees have been very consistent calling the hand checks today. Something you have to respect. And if you're a coach, you like that it's very consistent on both ends.
17 seconds on the shot clock here for BGC as we bring back our colleague Kimberly Mas, who's got an update from Coach Yuri Escueda on the San Beda sideline.
Thank you so much, Stan. San Beda's coach Yuri says that they already fixed the previous quarter's problems, ensuring that their shooter has a great angle to shoot the shot. They're hoping to keep the momentum up in this final quarter.
Thank you, Kim. Sandy Senyal finishing that play for the BGC Builders, and you can tell that Coach Yuri and the rest of San Beda, their confidence is at an all-time high after outscoring BGC by 12 in the third.
Yeah, they did a great job of dictating the pace in that third quarter. They got more rebounds, and they were able to negate the advantage of Tosh Sisei by putting in a bigger lineup with Jomel Puno, Clifford Hopia, Alex Visser, and Dami Kuntapay manning the paint.
8:19 remaining here in regulation. Doligon trying to force his way inside. He at least earns himself a trip to the charity stripe.
Now that we have a break in the game, Stan, I gotta say, Martin Gozum's fashion sense in this game has been off the charts with the mustache and the short shorts.
We'll need our cameras to give you the visual aid, just so you know what Coach Mark is talking about. We're currently looking at Mark Doligon, who's naturally taking the free throws. But yeah, looking at Martin Gozum and his short shorts, pretty unconventional even for today's more liberal fashion sense on the court.
Definitely. And I am trying to figure out how he is moving laterally in those shorts, because those look very tight.
Yeah, not a lot of breathing room for the crown jewels, as they say. Jacob Cortez missing that three. BGC's running back 3-on-3 fast break opportunity.
Again, poor ball screen defense coming from BGC. Very lackadaisical, if you ask me.
San Beda, nice passing. But Tagle says, hang on. Let's wait for Cortez. Alley-oop, no, can't finish. But Halbuena's like, let's go back to basics here.
2 points is 2 points, Stan, no matter how you put it.
15-point game here. Sandy Senyal gets chippy, moving off the ball. Meanwhile, Cortez, fast break, yes!
How many times have we heard that, Stan? Cortez on the fast break.
That's 19 for Jacob Cortez.
That's how San Beda has built this 17-point lead, getting the pace to their liking.
Patrick Kabahug for three. Senyal couldn't hang on to it. Cortez tipped it away. Hopia with a recovery. Meanwhile, Tagle to Hopia inside. Off the glass. That's 12 for Clifford Hopia, 19 points. That's what separates both teams now. Timeout from BGC. We'll be right back with the final 6:59. Beda Red Lions have figured out how to solve the BGC Builders puzzle, chipping away at the foundation and tearing them down here in the fourth quarter.
Slowly but surely, Beda was able to control the pace of the game. It all started when they put that bigger lineup on the floor to counter BGC's own big lineup. When they got the rebounds, they were able to run and hit those open shots. It's all uphill from there.
Doligo on corner three, way off the mark, and now Beda is running. Cometa, he's got Kuntapay there, but Cometa took it himself. Offensive rebound, could not secure it though.
Seems like there's a foul on that rebound play. You see here on the replay, Eric Rodriguez holding down Dami Kuntapay on the rebound. So much you can do against the 6'6" guy if you're Eric Rodriguez.
And Rodriguez is a veteran. He should know better than that.
That's a unique fake from Dami Kuntapay right there. Caught everyone in the building off guard.
I would have thought we would have heard a whistle by now.
There was a whistle, Stan.
It just went in Kuntapay's favor there.
I think everyone was too stunned with that fake, even the referees.
That's 7 for Dami Kuntapay.
It's his first points after those 2 early threes in the first quarter.
Dami Kuntapay showing himself here as a stretch 5, but he was actually known in previous collegiate seasons as a bruiser, particularly having extracurriculars, which is a euphemism for the little tricks that he used to do on the court.
You know, with how the game is being played nowadays, Stan, it's essential now for the bigger guys to develop those kinds of outside shots to be more effective inside the floor.
And it's also helped that he's lessened said extracurriculars and really focused on improving that outside shot, which probably has led to an increase in production as Tagle fires from long distance.
And another 3 right now for Beda. That's their 15th made 3-point shot.
Eman Tagle hitting that 3 much to the delight of the Red Lions bench.
Eman Tagle, one of those hard-nosed guards from the Beda program.
Christian Punyag just tapping it. No look pass from Cometa to Albuena, who could not slam it in. And Dami Kuntapay is like, let me finish this, my friend.
That's the second missed dunk we've had today. And Coach Yuri is not happy with how Albuena tried to finish that.
I wouldn't be either. You don't want to get an unnecessary injury just because you try to show off for the people, for the fans, right?
Looks like
Bozun gets stripped. Cometa's running all the way.
Looks like we have an injury right here for Gino Humauas.
Limping off the court. Yeah, it could be an ankle injury based on the way he's walking. And bad timing all around.
The bad thing about that, Stan, is since we're playing consecutive games, you don't really have the time to recover from a turned ankle like that. So Humauas will probably have to play through a turned ankle in this tournament or miss some games.
That's right. And if his team gets eliminated from playoff contention, then that's basically his tournament. That's it.
And they only have 4 games.
Minimum.
And one thing we haven't seen the second half are attacks from Toshise that we've seen in the first half, getting off the dribble, posting up. They haven't really looked for him in this half.
Could it be a fatigue issue?
He's been getting ample rest, I think. But with the insistence on posting up the smaller guys like Patrick Abahog and J.R.
Doligon.
Kawaling and Doligon, they've strayed away from their strength.
Kuntapay facing up here against Bunyag. 7 on the shot clock. Martin Gozum, no. And Cometa taking the outlet pass. This was something San Beda wanted to do earlier, and finally they were able to accomplish the goal of connecting on that outlet pass. And Gab Cometa, he's now got 21. San Beda's up by 29 here.
The great thing about San Beda, with their insistence on playing their pace, they've really gashed out BGC as we see Patrick Abahog with another fadeaway. And Stan, if we were playing NBA 2K, the BGC guys would have Gatorade on their feet right now.
13 seconds remaining here on the shot clock for San Beda. Unnecessary turnover.
San Beda just has to be a little more patient with the offensive attacks right now with 3 minutes left.
Kabahog takes that shot from the outside, and with 3:16 remaining, gets a friendly bounce off the backboard. 24-point differential here between both teams. And it looks like this is all but over for San Beda from the way that they've been having their way.
Alex Visser with the creative finish right there. Liking it. Staring at his left hand as if to say, you can't see me.
Very popular taunt these days that's made its way from the squared circle to women's college basketball. Meanwhile, Patrick Abahug will keep throwing up the shots for as long as he's on the court. That's in his player DNA.
Yeah, Patrick Abahog, a known scorer, but BGC is going to need him as they go further in this tournament. This might be a bad game now, but something to build on. He needs to get that rhythm down for the next games.
Kabahug telling Sisay to throw it up. Running out of time here. And the BGC Builders, that possession, basically a summary of how this game has gone so far for them. Just unable to execute, running out of time.
No, they've strayed away from getting Sisay in his comfortable positions when he's attacking downhill or in the post, forcing it too much for their half court.
And with about 2 minutes remaining here in regulation, Coach Yuri Escueta is beginning to empty his bench. Just make sure that everybody gets exposure, because you don't want to fly all of these kilometers to Malaysia and not make the most out of it regardless of your spot on the roster.
No, definitely. Again, with how our tournament is scheduled, we have consecutive games in multiple days. And you don't want to gas out early in the tournament.
That's going to be a three-pointer from Eman Tagle. That's his second three-pointer. And so far in the first two games of our quadruple header, both collegiate teams have picked up a W in their debut appearances in AsiaBasket.
Now, they've shown that what youth and quickness and speed can do against an older team. And San Beda has really proven it. And I think they're showing all the other teams here in AsiaBasket what they can do, what they can bring to the court.
Patrick Abahug, like I said, he won't stop scoring for as long as he's on the court. He's got 11. And Sisay not stopping on the boards either. Probably the one of the few bright spots as Sisay caught the bug and can't finish the dunk himself.
Third missed dunk today. It's a thing, Stan. It's a thing.
It is an affliction. Goes in with the bounce pass to Bunyag, and Kuntapay is just like, you can have it.
With 54 seconds left, no one Have to do anything much if you're San Beda. You're up 22.
And just to reiterate, we're not following the quotient system here, which means that the margin of victory is irrelevant as long as you pick up the W. Because at the end of this week, when the elimination phase is over, all that matters is who has the top 2 records in each group. And they'll be facing against the opposing bracket in the semifinals. So it'll be the number 1 seed in Group A versus the number 2 seed in Group B, and vice versa. Number 2 seed in Group A versus the number 1 seed in Group B. From there, we determine the finals matchup, which again takes place on Tuesday, April the 18th, right here at the Maba Stadium. 11 seconds remaining, and both teams are showing respect. This game's all but over. The San Beda Red Lions thrashing the BGC Builders 102 to 85, or 105 rather to 82. My apologies for that mistake. That's the end of the game. Way to make a statement here for the San Beda Red Lions Machateam, building momentum and introducing themselves to the stage of AsiaBasket.
Excellent finish in the second half for San Beda, Stan. Really hitting their stride at the start of the third quarter, and a great adjustment by Coach Yuri, coming off halftime, putting in that bigger athletic lineup against Toshise, Christian Bunyag, and JR Kawaling.
We were tied at the half, but in the second half, the BGC Builders were limited to 36 points against 59 from San Beda.
You know, the floodgates really opened when Gab Cometa started hitting those 3-point shots. I believe he hit three 3-point shots in the third quarter to go along with Jacob Cortez, who also hit 3-point shots in the big third quarter breakaway for San Beda.
Jacob Cortez, a key cog from this game. The Cool Cub had 5 steals on the defensive end, and that's not even considering he had 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. One of the better performances from Coach Yuri Escueta's squad.
You know, if you're Coach Yuri, you're liking what you're seeing from your guards.
All right, it's time for us to get to know our best player of the game, Gab Cometa. He's with Kimberly Mas.
Thank you, Stan. I'm here with Gab Cometa, player of the game. Gab, it was no secret that it was a tight first quarter. So what was going on in your head when the series was always tied up?
Siguro sa lang po, sa teamwork namin, sa solid defense, tsaka yung pinapractice namin sa ensayo namin po.
So Gab says that he has faith in their teamwork and just keep on following what their coach says. Now, this is your international tournament. What did coach tell you during halftime?
Ang sinasabi lang ni Coach Yuri sa amin is keep going lang kung anong sinimula namin at saka more effort pa sa defense namin.
There you go. Coach Yuri says that to just keep on doing what they're doing and of course keep their defenses up. Congratulations, Gab Cometa and the rest of San Beda. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kimberly Mas. Gab Cometa off the bench, 21 points, 5 for 8 from downtown in 17 minutes of action. And that brings us to the end of our coverage. Once again, the San Beda Red Lions Machateam picking up the win over the BGC Builders, 105 to 82. We've got 2 more games on our slate for today. Stay with us. You're watching the 2023 AsiaBasket Kuala Lumpur. On behalf of Coach Mark Dandan, my name is Stan C, saying goodbye and good night for now.